again, 'cause when you're smiling, yeah, when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. When you're smiling, when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. When you're the sun goes shining through. But when you're crying, bring on the rain, so help your sighing. Be happy again, 'cause when you're smiling, yeah, when you're smiling, the whole world Yeah, when you're smiling. We always like to start off with that tune to get everybody smiling. But we're going to take a little trip down New Orleans now, do a few New Orleans tunes. And if my mouth doesn't dry up too much, by the way, this fella sitting over here with the black cap and the blue jacket, he's a member of the Dixie Diehards, been with the Dixie Diehards practically since the beginning, or from the beginning. And Rick has a few medical issues, so he's not playing with us today or the last couple of weeks. He'll be having those fixed up at the end of May. But we're so happy to have him here with us today. Thank you, Rick.
Irreplaceable person.
Yes, irreplaceable. Thank you, Dolly. All right, the next number. Way down yonder. I'm going to try singing it at some point. Right. Yeah, that's better. Thanks.
Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2.
the land of dreamy scenes. There's a Garden of Eden, you know what I mean. A Creole babes with flashing eyes, softly whisper with tender sighs. Oh, stop, oh, won't you give your lady fair a little smile? Stop, oh, you bet your life you'll linger there a little while. They've got angels right here on earth wearing tight blue jeans, way down yonder in New Orleans. Way down yonder. You notice we kind of kibitz up here. That's because we just have things up here. We don't have actual music we're reading. We just have, they're called lead sheets. It shows the melody and it shows the chord changes. And we make up the rest as we go along, even who's going to play a solo. We make it up as we go along. So, and that's jazz. That's jazz, man. So we're going to stay down in New Orleans for a little bit here. And do something named for a famous street in New Orleans. See if you can guess what the name of that street is. You guys ready? with me down to the Mississippi. We'll take a boat to the land of dreams. Steam down the river down to New Orleans. Well, the band's there to meet us. Old friends there to greet us. Where all the light and the dark folk meet. Oh yeah, baby, that is Basin Street. Yeah, Basin Street is the street where the elite, well, they always come to meet. In New Orleans, the land of dreams. You never know how nice it seems or just how much it really means. Glad to be, well, yes, sirree, where the welcome is free and so dear to me. Like all you friends out there, where I can lose my Basin Street blues. Well, you know, a famous fella came out of New Orleans. His name was Louis Armstrong. And he was famous as a trumpet player, as a singer, an entertainer, all kinds of stuff he did. And he was also, one of his favorite activities was eating, by the way. And so he had written a few tunes that had to do with eating. What were they, Rick?
Oh, well, Clarinet Marmalade.
Clarinet Marmalade.
Strutting with some barbecue.
Strutting with some barbecue. Oh, it's funny you should bring that one up. However, Strutting with some barbecue was not written for the food. It was written for that beautiful young lady he was bringing down the street and strutting down with some barbecue lady. So at any rate, we're going to do Strutting with some barbecue. Louis Armstrong, 1927. We're going to do the verse, no verse. No verse.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1.
Louis Armstrong, something with some barbecue. Now this next tune we're gonna do, it happens to be a personal favorite of mine. I first started singing when I started, as most of you know, I had cancer of the throat. And when I started having cancer, well, before I knew I had cancer, I had a growth inside my throat. And when I was singing, I was able to do some of these tunes in a growly voice. And everybody said to me, doesn't that hurt your throat? And I said, no, it doesn't at all. Well, it turns out this mass that was in my throat was actually bouncing around on my vocal cords and making it that way. Well, at any rate, I did this song with this group a couple of times with another Dixie group. And everybody loved it, and I loved it, and I just want to do it because it's somewhat fun to do. It's not a happy tune, though. It's a sad tune. Sorry to tell you about that. It's a sad tune. But anyway, here we go. It's called the St. James Infirmary.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
St. James Infirmary. I saw my baby there. She was stretched out on a long white table. So sweet, so cold, and so fair. Let it go! Let her go! God bless her. Wherever she may be, upstairs, downstairs, I have no idea, but she can look this whole wide world over, and she'd never find a sweet man like me. I'll be dressed up, baby. I want a box back coat and a Stetson hat. Put a $20 gold piece in my watch chain, so the boys know I died standing pat. Well, now that is the end of my story. Hey, let's have another round of booze, and if anyone should ask, you just tell them I've got the St. James Infirmary blues. It was also done by Louis Armstrong in 1928.
Yeah, but it sounds better when you do it.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I got a fan club sitting up here. What does an 89-year-old know anyway?
Oh, thanks a a lot. Or you got a flat tire.
Oh, okay. Someone guard the tires and give me a flat
You
tire.
will soon.
We're staying down in New Orleans for at least one more tune here. Yeah, one more tune. And we're gonna. New Orleans is a great place for jazz. There's New York jazz, Chicago jazz, Kansas City jazz, all over the place. Jazz was popping up, you know, in the 1900 to 1930 time frame. They're all centers, but New Orleans seemed to be the center for all of it. And I'll tell you, we're going to do a tune now. For those folks who love New Orleans, do you know what it means to miss New Orleans? Do you know what it means to miss New Orleans and miss it each night and day? I know I'm not wrong, the feeling's getting stronger the longer I stay away. I miss the moss-covered vines, tall sugar pines, where mockingbirds used to sing. And I'd like to see the lazy Mississippi hurrying into spring. The moonlight on the bayou, a Creole tune, it fills the air. I dream about magnolias in June, and soon I'm wishing I was there. Do you know what it means when there's where you left your heart and there's something more? I have to say, I miss the one that I care for more than I miss New Orleans. getting a little dry there. Having a little trouble singing. But we'll try and keep that my mouth moist. Mouth moist. All right. We're gonna do a tune that actually this band hasn't really done together in E flat, and we might have to pick up a couple of things here. Oh, Chris.
Here we go again.
I think we did this once before only, and we had handout sheets. So I'm handing out sheets. I have C parts, but I don't have B flat parts. Yeah. Well, no, that's not true. There's a lot of musicians out there, Dolly. They know when I say C, and yeah, C is one over there. There's a young trombone player over there. That's right. You guys have a copy of it? He has a copy of it. Walk my baby back home. Yeah. Yeah, it's in the E flat version. We do 1, 2, 3, 4-part intro, and the same thing with the ending. The intro and ending are the same. We do a tag. Okay. Okay. Not too fast. Yeah. Come on. You ready? 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. But it's great after being out late, walking my baby back home, arm in arm over meadow and farm, walking my baby back home. We go along harmonizing a song, or I'm reciting a poem. Owls fly by and they give me the eye. Well, I'm walking my baby back home. We stop for a while, she gives me a smile and snuggles her head to my chest. We started to pet, and that's when I get her talcum all over my vest. After I kinda straighten my tie, she has to borrow my comb. Gotta fix it up before going home, baby. One kiss then and continue again, walking my baby back home. man, it's wonderful having all these friends come in to see us, musicians, non-musicians, family, everybody. This is turning into a great party. You know, we had our doubts a little about whether we were going to do this or not. A lot of people who are doing what we're going to do, on the net, you can hear them saying, "Shh." Some of them did it and they said it was a bad choice, wasted a lot of money. Other people said it was a great idea, and some people didn't do it. But we had so many people asking us, can you take a shower in that thing? Can you cook in that thing? We decided it's time for everybody to see what that thing was and say, yeah, we can live in that baby, no problem. All right. I would like to introduce a young lady to you.
Who's that?
Well, she's young. You should know how young she is.
Oh, she is.
Yeah.
Line number one.
Dolly Frugetti.
Yeah.
I first met Dolly Frugetti back in the early 90s. She was singing with a band that her husband put together. And they call themselves, they're all retired guys. Someone's cell phone is on, and make sure our cell phones are. That's what that is?
Nobody's going to call me today, Louis.
Yeah. Any rate, Bob Frugetti started up a band, and it was all retired guys. And they were sitting around the table one night, according to the way I heard the story, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Dolly, but they were all lamenting that, wasn't it great when we had the big bands, and wouldn't we love to play big band music again? So they were sitting around looking at each other and said, well, I have music, you have music, why don't we put something together? So they did. They put something together. They used to rehearse down at Massasoit College in Brockton, and that's when I first got involved with them, because the guy who played lead bone, another passed away now, great fella, Johnny DeMacy, great singer, piano player, and trombone player, entertainer. He was playing first bone, but he went to Florida for the winter, so I got the call to come in and sit in. And this was about 1991, I think. And they called themselves the Old Kids on the Block, because you know who was famous then, in that time frame. The old Kids on the Block are still playing today, and I have my last gig with them next Friday. I didn't play with them for a whole bunch of years. Louis over here was one of the original members.
22 years.
22 years, yeah. Louis is a guitar player. Buddy Saronian over here, play with them all the time. We have a lot of musicians here who play with Ted Bellistock, play with the Old Kids on the Block. We got another face over there too. Lenny, but also Vinny too. All Old Kids on the Block. They're all still active musicians. Active music. Over here, he's our senior guy here. Left over from World War I, I think. He's 89 years old. I should say 89 years young, and still playing guitar like you wouldn't believe. There he goes, Louis. Any rate, I'm introducing you to Dolly here. Bob has since passed away, and the band has passed on to other hands. But Dolly sang with the band, and not long ago, after Bob passed away, well, Bob and Dolly used to play a lot of duet stuff. They played clubs, they played old folks' homes, all kinds of things. When Bob passed away, Dolly kept getting phone calls from the places they went. And they said, Dolly, could you come out and entertain for us? So Dolly didn't want to do it at first, but then she decided, well, Bob was a tenor sax player, so she got Paul. And Paul joined her, and they were a duo. But Paul was out of work at the time. And then Paul got a job. And I had free time during the day, so then Dolly called me in. And we had a blast for a couple of years, doing all the old folks' homes, singing, her on the keyboards and singing, me on the bone and singing, and just doing, an act. And it was wonderful.
Damn right.
Bringing Dolly to the forefront now to do Ain't Misbehavin'.
When I was with the band, I was the Shantoozy that was the floozy. I think that's what somebody said. I don't know how accurate they were. But anyway, we're going to do a Fats Waller tune. Am I correct? Fats Waller tune, Rick. Ain't Misbehavin'.
1, 2,
'Cause no one to talk with all by myself. No one to walk with, but I'm happy on the shelf. Ain't misbehaving, just saving my love for you. Just you. I know for certain the one I love. I'm through with flirting, just you I'm thinking of. Ain't misbehaving, just saving my love for you. Like Jack Horner in a corner, don't go nowhere, what do I care? Your kisses are worth waiting for. Believe me, I don't stay out late, no place to go. I'm through about 8, just me and my radio. Ain't misbehaving, just saving my love for you. Well, like Jack Horner in a corner, don't go nowhere, what do I care? Your kisses are worth waiting for. Believe me, I don't stay out late, no place to go. I'm home about 8, just me and my radio. Ain't misbehaving, just saving my love.
Isn't she lovely? Would you believe she's only 39 years old?
And holding a
Yeah.
long time. Just about twice.
I'm gonna have Dolly do one more number for you because I just love having her sing. All right?
This is called Deed I Do. Am I correct? We on the right page? Okay. You're left, right? We're left, right?
Last 8 bars.
A minute. You know it, sing it with me. Do I want you? Oh my, do I? Well, honey, did I do? Now do I need you? Oh my, do I? Well, honey, did I do? Is that right, Dottie? I'm glad that I'm the one who found you. That's why I'm always hanging around you. Do I love you? Oh my, do I? Well, honey, oh yeah, did I do?
We're going to bring Dolly up again later on.
Yeah.
What time have we got?
2:44.
2:25, yeah. And what time we start, 1:30? Yeah. All right, let's skip over to the mooch. Skip over the mooch. By special request, we're gonna skip a tune. No, you know, this is another one of my, and I want to make sure we squeeze it in because we're already almost an hour into playing, and I don't want to overwork these guys. They're working for free today. For me and Carol,
Good for them, yeah.
because they want to.
Right.
And I want to have them be able to take a break. But I particularly like this one tune, and it's a Duke Ellington tune. Now Duke Ellington, he covers the waterfront. I mean, he started with ragtime and went all the way through to present day. Great jazz musician, great composer, great band leader. But he had different visions for jazz than other people back in his day, very different. And while everybody was still playing a lot of stuff we're playing here, he delved into some different sounds. And we're going to do a tune that was actually done by Ellington back in 1929. It sounds like it was done much more recent than that, maybe in the 50s even. So because of its stylistic things. So we're going to do something, it's called The Mooch. The Mooch.